Mata. Okay, cleaning up. Okay, now we'll try and take this a bit more seriously as we go in. Sun, I don't know if you can see anything. Would you like to go in, Mummy? Otherwise I'll be here forever.
Yes,
Coming through the door, there is a guest sink, quite possibly needs replacing, not very nice, no mirror over it, could do with a mirror. There is a light over there.
But there's no light in the guest toilet.
No light in the guest toilet, but
we might see if we can keep the toilet, or we might not.
As we now make our way into the room,
So
we will start at the electricity. There's a fuse box.
the fuse box. We're thinking possibly to move it to give more space to put things.
Possibly to move it to the position where the light switches are over here. That might give us an extra wall.
For storage.
The air conditioning needs to be examined.
Yeah.
The shutters need to be looked at. There seem to be quite a number of plug sockets. Whether they're all in good order, we don't know.
You might put bookcases here.
Little bookcases might go over there. The doors are very wonky. They need to be tested, lubricated, and repaired if necessary. Yes. So over here we have a wall. We could put a settee, we think, over the wall maybe.
We thought settee might be a nice idea. This side.
And over here,
Bookcase,
the bookcases on that side.
Because you go out of the door here.
So it gives room.
So it would give you, and the bookcase.
And there's enough space between their corner and the window.
Yes.
And if we look at this side, we might put the table here in the corner by the window. Alternatively, one could actually put the table landscape in front of the doors. It's another possibility, something to think about. Okay. We're now moving into the kitchen. That's the most difficult area. We're not going to spend a lot of time here because there are too many possibilities and they need to be looked at. The top set of cupboards seem to be in fairly good order. The bottom set, very difficult. The drawers don't slide very well. There is rot underneath. The sinks are very close together. If you took them out, you might ruin the surface anyway. And once you take them out, you probably ruin the tiles. So we have to think about whether the whole system needs to be moved or replaced. It's the windows.
It looks like there's gas
in the corner.
In fact, I think the gas is coming up from here. They must have had a cooker here. And then
there are cupboards on top, not very nice cupboards, possibly you could change the handles.
Terrible.
You could perhaps put your table, your eating table here underneath those cupboards, or you could put them in another position as well. So if we just turn round over here, there is the empty wall. There's a corner where you can put your fridge freezer, or you could put a storage cupboard.
They must have had a fridge here because there's a plug there.
Okay, now what we noticed as well, if we close the door for a moment, there's that column over here. It does look as though a lot of repair work was done, and I'm wondering whether there's a pipe underneath which might be letting some damp through. There's a lot of plaster work. So that's near the door, that particular surface that juts out.
It's possible here as well, actually.
There seems to a lot of the tiles are not particularly in good condition, but I think some of that's just superficial. So we move on. Let's move to the Marmad quickly so we see all the rooms. Marmad. The door to the Marmad is a very difficult door. It's very heavy. It's difficult to close and then a little bit difficult to open again. And there's a possibility of replacing it with a regular door, even though that may not be standard practice, but you may want to do that. Now, as we go into this room, again, see there's some plugs. It's relatively in good condition. I don't think there's a lot of work that needs to be done. We don't think so. Over here, there are some plugs as well.
The question of where
turn
you
around,
might put
see our way out into the living room. Yes, okay, so there's not much more to be said. Now we go on. Let's very quickly go left into under the staircase where we've discovered something. Move that. Messy chair. There's actually quite a big area over here. It's very nice from that point of view. But actually, excuse me, if you go right in over here, at the corner, there seems to be some peeling at the bottom of the staircase.
Yeah, damp.
It looks like that could be damp coming down from upstairs, hopefully from the same source. And there are signs, as they said, of damp above the staircase as well, hopefully from the same source. So we'll make our way upstairs. Would you like to make your way ahead of me? Going up the stairs. Can you move further ahead? You can't stop at every step. Yeah, so here, when you're at the staircase, you can actually see the damp over here. That's what the surveyor was referring to as reaching the staircase. And it may have made its way down the walls as well in some places. So now we're moving further up. We'll go into bedroom number 1, which is the main bedroom. And here we are. We know what needs to be done. It may be damp. We suggest that the bathroom, I think everyone suggests, the ensuite bathroom needs to be completely redone. There's a picture of me. Tiles and everything we suggest, and in fact, it may be necessary to make sure there isn't anything nasty under the surface. You have your...
You said there was a light.
Yes, there's actually a light that lights up the walk-in cupboard. We suggest that you remove all the shelves and do something much more to what you want, rather than these ugly shelves. It's a fair depth, so that's pretty good. Look through the window, you can see the car park. So this is your main bedroom. We'll walk out of the main bedroom. We'll move to bedroom 2, as we call it. There's one opposite.
See my car?
Yeah, that's the main street outside. Very bright. Yeah. Over here we have room for a cupboard that takes up the full width, which is pretty good.
Wardrobe.
Generally in good nick, a little bit of maybe contracting paint at the edges, but doesn't need a lot of work. So this one seems
We thought
okay.
you could put 2 beds in here as well. One that way and possibly one that way. And maybe a little desk.
Possibly could all fit in.
You might need to
Make our move out of the bedroom and move into bedroom 3.
Do we want to ask if they want ceiling fans?
Yes, it's a question of whether you want ceiling fans in all the bedrooms, do the children's bedrooms. Mummy, would you go in so that I get some sort of view of something? Thank you. So again, that's the road. Air conditioning unit.
Air conditioning.
Again, there's a little bit of damage to the ceiling, but it's it's just decorative and it could be put right. It's not important. Yeah. You've got the slight corner there between there and the wall, and there's a question. You could actually put your beds over here as well. This room could probably do as well for being the children's room, possibly. We do have a choice again. So we make our way through and we move to the main bathroom. You have a little niche over here, which is nice. You might be able to put a cupboard in the niche. Yeah, and you could put towels, rather like we have we had in Windsor Court before the end bedroom, where you have a linen cupboard. There's space for that. Okay. So now we'll make our way. We don't want to hold up the video just while you look through. So, okay, a lot of the switches don't seem to be in terribly good condition. I would do something about it. Over here, it's a large bathroom, which is very nice. Whoops, excuse me. It's the sink at the side here, and the toilet's just over here, with these louvre windows. The top one's missing, but it's not terrible, even so, between the bathroom and the washroom. The bathroom has not a very big bath, but it's fine, but it has a whole length at the end, so it's the size of the whole unit is quite substantial. Have a look, it's 3/4 tiled, and there's a sink over here, a light above the sink. Altogether, we think the whole bathroom needs stripping. It's not very nice. You need a complete set of new units, flooring, and of course there's a lot of repairs because of leaks and everything else, so we'd need that done. Now, the washroom is an interesting area. Again, it's a big washroom, nice area.
View.
Yes, you have a view. The nicest view of the hills is actually from the washroom, but that doesn't matter.
Okay, so where should we
Now,
start?
it's a large window. You have a very big dud, and we wonder whether the dud could be replaced. I think it's damaged, and I think it may need replacing. It may be that there's a smaller version of the same. You have a lot of exposed piping, which is all damaged. You have the leak, the damp, and we need to do something to make the whole unit much more aesthetically pleasing. Over here, you have another probably damaged area of piping that needs to be boxed in or whatever.
Stripped out.
Stripped out. Everything needs boxing in, stripping out and boxing in. You will want to have proper plumbing for your washing machine and tumble dryer. Whoops. Above here you have shelving at sort of head level. It's ugly and you probably want to replace it with something else, so that we would get the builders to take it down. This is a nice big area, and we had thought at first that possibly this area could be made into the bathroom, perhaps with a little bit more space taken back, and that this inner area where the bathroom is now could actually become some sort of ante-room for storage, for anything you want.
A little
Office corner, quite a good idea, but it might be that it would take a lot of thinking about, a lot of time to plan, and would be a bit more expensive. But at the moment, just changing this to something a little bit more aesthetically pleasing and cleaner would probably be enough. Okay, so that really, I think, deals with the upstairs. Perhaps we'll just go into the garden briefly so that we don't miss anything else. I'm going down the stairs, so I'll have to be a little bit careful. This is all one video, we're on 12.5 minutes. We're going downstairs. Carefully. Look up, you can see where we are. Coming down the stairs. We could make this into quite a sweet area, I think. There's your kitchen. So with proper planning, it will look nice. The ceiling here is in a bad state. I don't know if I've said it. You can see what they've done over here. Partly because of damp intruding on the ceiling, we'd want the ceiling to be made good, and basically decoration as needed over here. So the lounge at least looks completely clean. The light switches may be improved a little bit because they're ugly and there's paint all over them. There are gaps in the wall. We need all those sorts of things to be seen. And we'll go through the main doors and into the gardens. I mean, the front garden, not much to say. It's an area that will be marvellous for playing ball. It's blindingly sunny. And of course you see the high walls here. And not much to say. Over here, again, this is the side passage wall, the retaining wall of the car park opposite the doors. As we come out of the doors, there's the old door there, and you do see the crack, and something needs to be done over here, I think, so that you have a confidence that the car park above isn't going to fall down. You have a broad passageway, which is really very nice, unnecessarily broad. Air conditioning above. We found there are lights. There's a light that works. Okay, so we go through, and you get some nice shaded areas here. It's now 4 o'clock-ish in the afternoon. Is it 3:30 or 4? Anyway, so here we are into the area which has this sort of trellis work and roofing. We think maybe this needs